Live from Philadelphia, this is Good Day.
While the recent violent mob attacks were the subject of a public legislative hearing at St. Joe's University yesterday.
Yeah, everybody's trying to figure out how to keep this from happening again. The chairman of the House Children and Youth Committee, State Representative Louise Wills-Bishops, was there. She held this hearing. Philadelphia Deputy Mayor, you see him here for Public Safety, Everett Gillison, representatives from the NAACP. Again, everybody coming together to try to figure out how to stop these mobs.
Yeah, and one of the suggestions was this. How about stopping the mobs before they start by using the same social media the mob organizers use in the first place? Well, Philly resident Ken Wisnefski, he owns the #1 internet marketing firm in the entire country, and they specialize in social media. So good to have you here.
Good morning.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
You thought a lot about this.
Correct.
Is that a way of stopping them or help to stop them by beating them at their own game?
Absolutely. I think one of the big things that has really come to play is originally when the flash mobs had started, people really thought of it as fun, showing up in one place and freezing for a few moments or whatever the case might be. Now there's something more sinister, and the platforms themselves need to actually censor some of these posts.
Well, I saw that you say censor platforms. Explain what that term is.
Basically, there's some privacy concerns with this, but Facebook, for example, they see every post that's coming on there.
Who is they, though? Is there somebody really, I mean, Facebook is so huge. Is there really somebody who's seeing all of the things that are being put on there and posted?
Well, there is. But
really?
To be honest with you, they're not watching it that closely at this point because there hasn't been that need. But at a certain point, when things like this continue to happen, it does need to get to a scenario where they need to have people monitoring them.
Okay.
Now, people go, censorship, Ken.
You know, at some point there is a little bit of censorship, but the reality of it is if safety is the outcome from that censorship, it's ultimately what's happened with the efforts we placed to stop terrorism.
Yeah. As we look at some of the footage of the flash mobs here, especially the one that happened in Center City on 15th Street around there, they all, see, they organize here. This one wasn't so much this organized on cell phones or anything, but the one in Center City was certainly. Meet me on this corner.
Yes.
Could you pull down those posts? Is that one of your tips?
That's one of the
tips.
tips.
How do you do it?
They're going to have to learn how to do these things quick, and people that seem to be the organizers of these groups would seem to be the ones that they would need to censor the most.
So tell me this, though. I'm sitting here thinking, okay, if there's some monitoring group or agency or person who's responsible for watching tweets and Facebook posts, if I put something on there and I don't find it offensive and something out there in the ether takes my post off, I'm going to be upset.
Absolutely.
And I think you could run into that problem because where's the line between what's inappropriate and what's free speech? Don't you think that would be an issue?
It's difficult. I think at some point the question is going to really become how much are you willing to give up from that type of censorship to ensure safety? Let's
say that's not going to work. As parents, we got to be more nosy, you say. What do you mean?
Basically, you know, I think one of the big things that happens right now is parents, they allow complete access to the children's iPhones and iPads and whatever they have. Maybe it's monitoring them a little bit more, keeping an eye on some of the things that they're doing. And I know from experience, people, when they actually go see their children's Facebook accounts, a lot of times they're pretty astonished.
I can't believe it, huh? Because,
Yes.
you know, we talked about the fact that kids are sometimes way ahead of their parents when it comes to this stuff.
But how can you get into it like a cell phone?
How do you? You're a marketing guru.
How do you get into a cell phone?
Well, no, how do you monitor? How do you even...
You know, I mean, I think sometimes it's just really being upfront with your children and just saying that you want to do that. And again, and like anybody, if you know you're being monitored, what you're going to do, you're going to change your behavior.
Yeah. You got to teach me how to hack into my daughter's cell phone. You know, me get the password somehow?
I don't know if you'd want to. I think you'd be scared.
Probably not. Ken, good to see you as always.
Good to see you.
All
Thank you
right,
very
keep
much.
up the good work.